What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a community of people that love stationery and planning and doing things creatively. And if that sounds like it's up your alley, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Today, we're going to unbox my order from Archer & Olive. I did pre-open the box, but I have not opened anything inside. We're going to take a look at the 3 items that I picked up. And then because I picked up the B6 size cover, they've had the A5 clear cover, snap cover in the past. And with this summer release, they launched the cover in all the sizes. So I picked up the B6 size and I pulled out 3 other non-Archer & Olive planners that are a B6 size-ish, and we're going to test and see how the Archer & Olive covers work in the Lauren Phelps Designs. This is a 2024 compact B6 full year from Sterling Ink, the common planner. And then a Happy Planner Mini is very similar in size to a B6. Obviously, the the diameter of the discs is going to these are probably going to be too big. But I'm just curious, like, I want to try all of these things and see, what the covers could work for. And I am an ambassador for Archer & Olive. I'm on their design team or their creative team. Ambassador team? What are we? We're ambassadors. I'm on their ambassador team this year, but I did purchase these on my own, and I really feel like my job as being an ambassador is to do my due diligence and to be your hands and your eyes on product that you can't buy at a brick and mortar. You can only get this stuff online. And so sometimes I'll buy things so that I can try them out and share it with you. And then you can decide whether or not it's what you're looking for. So that's why I did pull these out, because I just am like you, and I wonder, would that cover fit on my XYZ? So these are the only 3 B6 size things that I have. I thought I had Astrology, but I don't. So we'll try these. Let's get into it. If this video is helpful, if any of my videos are ever helpful, I hope that you will shop with the links that I provide. Use my discount codes. My discount code for Archer & Olive is Joyful10. That's going to save you 10% off at Archer & Olive, and doing that lets Archer & Olive know that I'm doing a good job sharing product, that you're getting information from me, you're getting ideas, and I really appreciate when you do that. It helps me. Wait a second. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's the notepad. I forgot I got the notepad. So yes, please consider shopping with my affiliate link. Please shop with my discount code. Help support my family, allows me to keep doing this as well. So thank you in advance for doing that. And I will say, oh my gosh, I was not prepared for the popularity of the summer collection. And so I purchased right away, like within the first 10 minutes when everything released. And my gosh, the B6 size, I think in everything, sold out so fast. And the good news is pretty quickly, Archer & Olive announced they were also not anticipating everything being so popular. The Moonlit Garden one in all sizes sold out in the first day. So they have opened up pre-ordering. So you can still, actually, I should grab the other notebooks. I do have a full kind of overview of the summer release on my channel. I will link that video down below, but let me grab, in case you missed that, let me grab the other designs that I have so you can just see them really fast, and then I'll show you. So this is what they sent me. They sent me the memo pad. Where was I going with that? Oh, so because it was so popular, they decided to start a pre-order. And what a pre-order means is you pay for it now, you're buying it now, but you'll receive it when it actually arrives to the warehouse, because they don't want to restock by buying a ton of the summer release items and then only a fraction of them sell in the next batch. So pre-ordering just guarantees, like, you're going to get the product and it will arrive, I think they said in September, which I actually think works for this. I know it's a bit of a delayed gratification, but these designs have kind of a moodiness to it that I think lends itself well to fall. So if you like any of these, I still would go to the website, even if it shows as sold out, and do the pre-order. So let me just show you guys really fast. So this is the memo pad. Again, I've already gone through this, but it's got a really nice buckram cover, like the notebook material. The paper is not 160 GSM. It's a little bit thinner, which means it'll be great for tip-ins and notes. And it's just a fun kind of way to get a little bit of Archer and Olive. That's in the dot grid. This is the Moonlit Garden, and this is the one that has the holographic imprint, and it is stunning. And this arriving in September, I don't think it's a terrible thing, because I could see this being a gorgeous notebook in September, October, November as well. I mean, even like in the winter. I don't know. I just feel like this could transcend seasons. So a late pre-order or a later arrival because of pre-order is not terrible. So that was the Moonlight Garden. That was the one that sold out super fast. And then this was the one that when I filmed the video, I did not know, but this is the gray version of the Midnight Floral. That is that vegan leather, debossed. This is like a metallic silvery blue. And this is the one that you can get engraved or debossed. You can have this whole middle section customized. I wish that this one was, it would have been so cool, but they had different sizes of this one. You can get it in the gray or in the black. And then for $7, they did personalization, and there was no character limit. It would just add a couple days on shipping for them to customize it for you. But again, that was something I didn't know about when I filmed my first summer release video, and a really great option if you are, I don't know, celebrating a birthday or someone's graduating. You could put like class of 2025. Someone's getting married, you could put their last name and then EST for established 2025. Like there's a lot of cool things you can do with the Midnight Floral one that is now, that they're now doing the personalization on. So those were two. And then I picked up the raccoon because I had regrets. Like I was sad I didn't have the raccoon one. So there were 4 designs that came out. Archer and Olive gifted me 2. I purchased the raccoon. I didn't get the firefly, although lovely. I saw this one and I was like, it's too cute. And everyone's talking about Trash Panda being so cute. But it's adorable. So this is the raccoon in the B6 size. And it's got, are they calling this a cotton cover? What are they calling this? Buckram. Yeah, I was going to say it's not as fabric-y. So this is a buckram cover. It's got the most beautiful, I think, illustration, kind of lined, debossed. Is it debossed? Yeah. Raccoon with the florals, very clean and simple. B6 size is so nice. I talked about this in my stories. Oh, so the black on here is like an oil slick. It's not metallic, but it's got a really pretty shine to it. Hopefully you can see that, but it's so pretty. I talked a lot in my stories on release day about why I think the B6 size is growing in popularity. First of all, I do think that the A5 is their most popular. So they order the most from the B5 or for the A5. And so I think they had less inventory of the B6, and that might be the first explanation for why the B6s went so fast. But some of the other thoughts I have about the B6 going so fast have to do with 2 things. One, I think that for those that are new to the dot grid world, the bullet journaling world, journaling in general, the A5 at 192 pages and at its thickness, actually, let me grab this so that you can see. We will get to the covers, don't worry. You guys just know I like to be thorough. So we'll actually keep this out because we're gonna test the cover on this guy. This is the A5 size that was in the Rest and Renewed box. This is gorgeous. I just started a new project in this journal, which you guys will be seeing on my channel soon. Really beautiful, but here you can see the size difference. Sometimes the A5 to me is a little intimidating. I don't use it for planning. I use it for creative play, occasionally for creative daily journaling pages. And sometimes that paper amount is too much. It's just too much space. And I feel like I have to fill it. And then I'm just like, what do I write about? But the other thing, apart from size and like the compactness of the B6, is the page number. So you get 192 in an A5 and you get 112 in a B6. And that just makes holding this a totally different experience than this one. This feels chunky and this one doesn't. And I think people like the way the B6 holds in their hands. And then the last thing I'll say, when it comes to size, the B6 versus the A5, I think I've noticed this year on social media, and it could be because I'm changing things up, so the algorithm is showing me different people. But I do think more and more folks are switching to or trying different planning styles and different journaling styles. And having been in the Bujo community and then doing disbound planning for a long time, mostly with Happy Planner and Jane's Agenda, I discovered that the B6 is a great entry level for someone coming from the Happy Planner mini size. So if you come from the disbound planning world, whether it's cloth and paper, Happy Planner, Jane's Agenda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 discs, the mini HP size is the most similar to the B6 size. So people that are coming from the planning disbound world know what this feels like. You know how to plan in this, you're familiar with this, and the B6 size is the most complementary to the mini HP size. So I guess if you are coming from this world and you want to dabble in creative journaling or bullet journaling, then the B6 size is a really good point of entry. It feels good in the hands. It's not too many pages. You can kind of play around and it not be too bulky. And it's similar to a size that you've been playing around with already. So that is one of a few reasons why I think the B6 size is growing in popularity. So I wanted to address that in a YouTube video because there was just a lot of chatter about the B6 size being so popular. So that was the first item that I picked up. Second item I picked up was the A5 notepad in the grayscale. I am just collecting these at this point. I use them for anything and everything. As simple as a to-do list, a brain dump, pen swatches if I just quickly want to test out some swatches, stamp swatches if I want to see how a stamp is going to perform on the Archer and Olive paper. I'll use the notepad paper. So I just love these, and whenever a new one comes out, I get it almost regardless of what the scale is or what the different colors are, because I can find a use for all the colors. And when they introduced the grayscale, I didn't even hesitate because I don't have any blackout paper from Archer and Olive. And this has, here you can see black, kind of a cool tone mid-gray, a warmer mid-gray, and I should go this way, and then this like super light gray. And these are just so handy. This is very similar to an A5 size. You can rip it out on the perforation. These are like Chicago screws, so you could conceivably unscrew these and like rearrange your notepads. If you have the same size, you could change up the colors because they're kind of just gummed up at the top. And it's just a nice experience. So I can't say I think everybody should collect these the way that I do, but if you're going to collect an Archer and Olive item and you're not getting through your notebooks, then this might be something good to pivot to because it's just paper. It's just the Archer and Olive paper. So I got the A5 grayscale notepad, and I did not check at the time of filming this whether or not it was still in stock, because I've noticed these have been growing in popularity as well. I won't flatter myself to think it's because I talk about them so much. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of people are talking about them. The third item I picked up was the B6 Clear Journal cover. And in hindsight and in reflecting on all of the things I try to do and share with you guys on socials media, maybe I should have gotten all the color or all of the sizes and tried all of the sizes, but I thought the B6 was going to be the most interesting to try with some of the other things. So this is a very simple, like minimalist, thin-skinned cover, and it's got a gold snap on it that has the ampersand. And we're going to test out multiple things with this. So first, let's try the Archer and Olive B6. And if you have any, oh, that went in easy. I often really struggle with these, like trying to get them in. But let's see how easily, mine's got a little smudge on it. Oh, that went away easily, so that's nice. You do want to be a little careful because I think that these can break. But, oh, that fits nicely. If you want a tighter fit, oh, that's nice. I believe heat will kind of shrink wrap it. So you could, like, we've got a little ridge here. If I took a hair dryer to it, I think it would kind of suction to it. So that might be something that you want to try. I think these covers are going to be an excellent option for those of you that have cotton covers. The cotton covers are notorious for just picking up dirt and fingerprints over time. And so if you really want to protect the design of your journal, this is going to be a great option. And I like the extra security here. I think that's nice. You do lose the functionality of your pen loop, but you could throw your pen right here. Now this is a smaller, this is a B6 size. So maybe if we were in an A5 or a B5, the pen wouldn't be so low. But I mean, it does clip on. It's wide enough here. That loop is wide enough that you could put a pen on there. Let's just see. Just grab a mild liner. It's a little bit thicker. So there's a mild liner. Really, there we go. So I think you could, yeah, that might be a little bit too loosey-goosey. So you can clip it, but it's going to be a little bit lower. The last thing I wanted to do was try these with Sterling Ink, Lauren Phelps Designs, and just for kicks, even though I can already tell that the discs are going to be too big, but I wonder if I have a Happy Planner Mini with mini discs. I might take a moment to look. But first, before we do that, let's test these two guys out. They are different thicknesses. The Lauren Phelps Designs actually is very similar in width, spine width, to the Archer and Olive, but we can see that it is a pinch taller. And actually, while the Lauren Phelps Designs, let me make sure you guys can see. Yeah, the Lauren Phelps Designs and the Sterling Ink Common Planner are the same height. They're not the same height as the B6 Archer and Olive. And they're a little bit narrower. But just for kicks, because we got to do this, this is my brand new Lauren Phelps Designs. And she sells covers on her website. So, you might already have one, but I'm trying to help you guys out if you don't have one and you might be interested in the aesthetic and style of the snap. This is where you have to be careful because if you pull too much, this is going to split. So we're going to bend the spine of the planner notebook thing to fit it in here. And it looks like it does fit. Wow. Breaking news. Breaking news here. The Archer and Olive B6 clear cover with the snap will fit on the Lauren Phelps Designs Live, Love, Life, something. I don't know what she calls it, but the Lauren Phelps Designs B6. It fits. Now, again, you've got a little bit of gappage here. So you could take a heat tool and kind of let it kind of suction up, and then when it cools, it'll tighten back up. The shape of this is going to be different. We have more of a curved corner on the Archer and Olive cover, much more curved than you see in the Lauren Phelps Designs notebook, but that's not problematic in my opinion. And as far as the ability to lay flat still, you absolutely can still lay flat. Now, I haven't fully worked in this notebook, but yeah, that for sure does not get in the way of the functionality of the planner notebook. I don't know I can't remember if she calls them planners or notebooks, but check that out. So that is a yes with a little bit of room, but I think that if you kind of play around with it, Maybe add stickers if you want to like decorate your notebook or your planner, but maybe not stick the stickers down. You could use removable adhesive and like, you know, put down some stickers on the front and the back with some removable tape, so you're not actually using the vinyl stickers. And then maybe adding some stickers on this will add a little bit of thickness. Let me I'm just grabbing some random things. I would imagine, yeah, that if you were to decorate this, it would add a little bit more help with the thickness. So we're a yes for this as far as fit goes. Now let's try the Sterling Ink, the B6 Compact Full Year Common Planner. This is from 2024. So again, if she has changed the dimensions, then this might be a moot point. But let's give this one a go. Trying to be gentle here. Just kind of sliding this along. This has more room, right? Because this was a little bit slimmer than the Lauren Phelps designs. I don't like the fit of this as much. You've got a lot of wiggle here. But you could do it if you patted it in some ways. And the more I think about how I said heat it up, that's actually going to make the plastic more pliable. I'm not sure if it'll make it shrink. Someone will have to give it a go. But you've got a lot of wiggle room. So it does fit, but it's not a great fit. And I would probably be looking at ways to thicken the cover with vinyl stickers or cardstock or something to create a decorative element and to kind of fill in this gap. But there you can see what the B6 Compact Full Year Common Planner looks like. Now, I'm willing to bet if you had a different common planner in the B6 size, maybe does she have one that's weekly and dailies? I don't know what the page count is on here. She does count her. Okay, so there's 117 pages. And then I don't know how many front pages there are. But if you look up the page count for the 2024, the B6 Compact, and you find one that has more pages, that will probably help it. Or what you could do is find out how many, actually, maybe this one is, does she have page numbers on this one? She doesn't. I thought that Lauren Phelps Designs did page numbers. She does. So this is 392 pages. 392 pages of 52 GSM smooth white Tomoe River paper. So 392 pages. So if Sterling Ink has a B6 that is closer to 392 pages, then I would probably bet that it would fit just fine. But this one's a little bit too narrow and doesn't fill the space very well. So those were the two kind of bound options I wanted to show you. Last one I want to look at is a Happy Planner Mini. And for a Happy Planner Mini to work, you're going to need, of course, your back cover to slide it in. This back cover is too large. So this is a Jane's Agenda cover, and she makes hers a little bit larger to accommodate a pen resting inside the cover. That's not going to work. The Jane's Agenda covers are not going to work, but this is a Jane's Agenda dashboard. And if the dashboard fits, you could get two of her plastic dashboards. And okay, so we for sure are not going to fit with this size discs. Give me just a moment. I'm going to see if I can find a Happy Planner Mini that still has, as I trip on stuff, that still has mini discs on it, okay? And this one still has mini discs on it. And this one is super old, but we're going to give this a go. So let's pull this guy out. And we're going to see if, okay, so the Happy Planner cover, not going to fit. But you still need a firm piece of plastic to pop into the, right? Because these are not going to fit. So the mini Happy Planner covers are not going to fit. We know this to be certain. Let's see if we can just steal. This is going to be hard because I don't think I have more than one of these dashboards. Hold on. Let me see if I got one from a previous... Sorry, guys. We're making a mess. Let me see if I have one from a previous sub box from Jane's Agenda, because that might be the clincher. So if you're a Jane's Agenda person, and you have, maybe you get her sub boxes and you have some dashboards. Now this is no, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna give myself 1 minute to do this, and then we're gonna give up. Oh wait, I have another one. Score! Okay, so if you have dashboards from Jane's Agenda, they're going to be a little bit more fitted, okay? Fitted to paper size. We know that the Jane's Agenda mini cover does not work. We know that the Happy Planner mini cover does not work. But will a Jane's Agenda dashboard, and I don't have a mini cloth and paper cover to compare it to, so I cannot speak to the dimensions of if a cloth and paper cover would work. But let's try a dashboard with mini discs and see if this fits. I can already tell we left a little bit of an imprint from those discs. Okay, the dashboard is fitting so far. So we know that the dashboard dimension is going to fit. So now it's going to come down to the disc size. Is it going to fit? Okay. It does, but I don't like it. There's something not... It's probably because of the disc diameter, but, oh man, how perfect would this be? Is there anything? I mean, it fits, but something's just not quite right. And just because it fits doesn't mean it's something that I would recommend. But let's kind of play around with what's happening here. So first of all, the Happy Planner mini is a little bit shorter in height. So we've got a lot of spare plastic here. The mini discs are a little too mini, in my opinion. Because look, it's just, we've got a little bit too much space here. But you can, you can still take the pages in and out in this cover. What you wouldn't be able to do, or yeah, what you wouldn't want to do is flip it on itself, because look, this whole thing just slid out. So I'm a little disappointed because I think it's so close. I'm trying to think, is there any way? Hold on, let's go back to the larger discs. Larger discs with the Jane's Agenda dashboards being the insert. And then we will call it a video. Also, this one feels not as thick of a plastic as this one. And I do wonder if thickness of plastic as a foundation or as a cover makes a difference. Because this is a little bit floppier. But let's try it. I'll try to find out what size these discs are, because I don't know off the top of my head. Let me grab a Happy Planner Classic size disc. Of course, that's not really going to help me out. It looks very similar to a classic size disc, but let's pop that in. And then pop this guy in. All right, come on. I don't want to hurt this because I am planning to put it on an Archer and Olive cover, but I really want to make sure I give it my due diligence. Okay, so no, it's not going to fit with the HP Classic size. HP kind of classic size discs are what, 1.25 inches, and then mini discs are 0.75. So I wonder if 1 inch diameter discs, these 1 inch, I think these are 1 inch, but I don't have a, wait for it. I just had an idea. Because I think, let's see, I think these are 1 inch discs. Okay, so this is 1 inch disc. So we're gonna try this one. Last attempt to see if a discbound mini will fit in the B6 size notebook. Y'all leave me a comment. Let me know if this kind of stuff is helpful or if you feel like, no, well, don't tell me if I'm wasting your time. You're probably not watching if you think I've wasted your time. So this, I'm going to have to, this is a clear cover from Jean's Agenda. So we know that this is not going to fit. This is a sticker storage album with Proud Sticker Design stickers in it. So we're going to, where did I just put the covers? For science, we are going to see, where did I just put those? There we go. We're going to see if the 1 inch discs are going to fit inside the B6. Ooh, and these, I might have to take some of these out. Make a big old mess here because some of these are not stamped in or punched in proper. Okay, so we'll go back with this guy. And we'll go back with this one. We're going to try it with 1 inch discs because we tried the 0.75. We tried it with the 1.25. We have not tried it with the 1, which is the mid-size. And I don't think there's any other sizes between the 0.75 and the 1.25. All right, now what are we experiencing here? Ignore the size of the inserts because I know that they're punched off. What is happening here? So this guy is not wanting to lay flat. What is going on? Did I not punch it right? Something's not. It could be the inserts. But that is a much better fit. Much better. That's almost, you're still going to have a little bit of excess height because the Happy Planner Mini is not the same size as a B6. Similar, but not the same. But if you are going to do a Happy Planner Mini in the B6, they would have to be 1 inch discs, and you would need to watch your thickness or the amount of stuff you have in it. Because it works, but it's going to vary, I think, based on what you have inside and what you're using as your front and back cover slid in here. So I would say verdict is out, or verdict is out on the HP mini fitting. I would say it's conditional. It absolutely does not work with mini discs. It does not work with classic discs. It has to be 1 inch discs. And you have to find the right dashboards. Use dashboards instead of covers for the HP mini, and that should work. But look at what you're going to do. You are going to kind of mess with your, you're going to leave an imprint on your cover. Let me pop this guy back on and just see if it made any difference here. I'm guessing that the plastic will it'll correct itself with the indentation. But very interesting to see what the cover looks like on some of these other things. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I really am here to provide good reviews, detailed reviews, information that is helpful. If there's an element of this that I missed, obviously I don't have all the planners and all the journals in all the world that are in a B6 size, but if I missed a detail in here, let me know, and maybe if I've got time this week, I can double check and comment you back. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, thoughts, and yeah, if you decide to pick anything up from Archer and Olive, I really hope that you'll consider shopping with my affiliate link and with my discount code Joyful10. Like I already said at the beginning, it lets Archer and Olive know that I'm doing a good job sharing stuff, and it helps support my family as well. There's no cost to you. It's just the intentionality, taking the moment to think of my code and to shop with it. So that's Joyful10. Joyful10 will save you 10% off. And you're going to want to keep that discount code for summer because there are cool things coming in the summer. And if you are familiar with the Archer and Olive cycle of releases, that's all I will say. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is The Joyful Sojourn. And if you want to hang out with me again, I sure hope that you do. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Until next time, friend, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.